Hey everybody, welcome. Sorry about my main channel. I actually wanted to do a community discussion on this channel rather than my main one. So that's why it was removed. But thank you anyway for being here. I appreciate it. If you want to join the panel now. If you're not aware, Dragon Lord Frodo got processed into Niagara County Jail today at 12:24 p.m. and the statute description is still criminal contempt. Actually, maybe I should put that on the screen for a better visual. His bail amount is not set, and it's rather easy to search out this information if you're actually in the States, because that's all I did was just search Niagara County jail, and then the niagarasheriff.com came up, and it literally puts you towards where you can get all this info on inmates. Also, bail amount not set. I actually did inquire about this, and his bail amount is not set. They told me they have no idea why his bail amount is not set, but he is locked up for sure in Niagara County Jail, and it's not any 3 day hold. It's not the psych eval thing. So something happened. He ran his mouth a little bit too much. I told him to stop doing it. The statute description is still criminal contempt in the second. But what's important is the correction officer. I guess that's what you call them, or will you call them the sheriff? It would be it would be the sheriff because he's not in a prison, right? So one of the deputies specifically said he has no bail and he will not be before the courts until his control, which would be June the 2nd. Remember, he has a control June the 2nd, and he's supposed to be having the court case June the 20th. So anything can happen June the 2nd. He could get bail then, or he could get bail in between if his lawyer does something, maybe makes a suggestion to the courts, to the judge, on maybe giving him bail. But other than that, I was specifically told he does not have bail and he will not be out until at the least June 2nd. So, what time was the email sent? 2 p.m. Mama Scrunch allegedly emailed me. I didn't take it seriously, but it actually was true. And that's his new booking shot. Buddha bitch. I'm gonna add you right now. Hey, Buddha.
Hi. Sorry, no visual today. My bangs are doing some kind of crazy shit.
No worries, no worries. So, what do you think about this whole situation here?
Oh, I would have loved to have been there to see his face when he realized that he wasn't going home to the underwear and the socks and you know what I mean? Like his little comfort zone of yelling in his
Mm-hmm.
space.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, so first, I mean, what's going to happen to the trike, really? Is it safe? Is it locked up? I'm dying to know where the trike is. Is someone going to steal it? He's probably losing his mind worrying about the trike at this point.
Well, I'm sure he has a lot of worries on his mind, to be honest with you, because there's so much he was worried about. And he would say his way to, I don't know, to cope is to make fun and poke fun at the ADA, the judge, the first ADA, which was a female that was attractive. I think her name was Liesel, he said. And I was like, dude, that is the worst thing to ever do when you're having an ongoing matter within the courts because the ADs don't like that stuff.
You mean the assistant district attorney doesn't like guys taking their shot when she's at work being professional?
Yes, that's exactly what I
That's
mean.
crazy. Come
I know
on,
who knew.
blood.
So who knew?
I can just imagine the point click wink and shoot that he gave her, man. Just hitting on her. She's probably looking at him going, is this guy for real? Is he really taking his shot right now?
Right, exactly. So that's going on. I'm not sure once again why there's no bail set. Because isn't it rather serious if they don't set bail? It's like there has to be a real reason because it's not something that's going to be missed, right? Like, oh, we forgot to set the bail. That just doesn't
Oopsie.
happen.
Well, I
There
mean,
has,
it comes down to like, I guess, risk, right? Risk assessment when it comes to bail. I don't know. I've never had bail, but I just would assume that when it comes down to deciding whether or not someone can have bail, it comes down to risk. And if they even took a looky loo, a goosey gander at his profile and his videos. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. And
Oh,
his YouTube channel, right? So if you took a
yeah.
gander,
Yeah, you took a little looky loo of him, being aggressive and threatening and being racist and just and talking about this other guy that he knows that's, in the know with the two mermaids and like the risk assessment to me, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's best to just kind of keep him in one place until you know what to do with him type deal, right?
right? Exactly. You're right. And then he was talking all sorts of other things. So if you're not aware, he's been talking trash about the ADA that's currently handling his matter. It's a black man that has dreads, and Dragon Lord Frodo has been speaking a lot about this man. He's young. He's a young guy. He's a young ADA, but he's learning. Everybody has to learn. And I believe he graduated in 2020. He's an ADA. So congrats to him being an ADA after graduating in 2020. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm like,
Wow.
yeah, exactly. Like who knew right after what? Not even 2 years, maybe? He's already an
That
ADA?
yeah, that's a hell of a hustle, man.
It is.
Respect.
So he has been dragging this man, looking this man up, talking all sorts of nonsense about him. And I'm like, don't play that game, DLF, because you'd be surprised if you actually go to jail on May the 5th. And guess what day it is? May the 5th, and he's in jail.
I was so excited when I saw the thumbnail. I was like, yes, sometimes the universe does provideth, and I'm glad that he's there for now, and I hope he stays there. It's just better not having his energy in the world, spewing his negativity, and I want to have compassion and stuff for him. But when it comes down to it, you're a 200 plus large man who has a very aggressive side and regardless of the reason, I'm glad you're not around people, talking to people, sharing space with people because you're a dangerous guy, man. Good God. His way of
Yeah,
flirting is
yeah,
screaming obscenities at someone, right? Like
yeah.
like you're his Monty Boo. Like, what do you think? Would he be right?
Monty Boo. I don't know. I think
See,
I think DLF is learning another lesson, is what I will say, because let me load up his history of what he has done in the past, because this is not his first or second rodeo in the courts, because he's been in this several times. Let's just put it that way, where he knows for the most part the ins and outs.
didn't you say that Mama Scrunch was in his chat? Now, is this the real Mama Scrunch or just the
I don't think so.
I was gonna say, so who? I'm assuming he doesn't have any computer access at the moment.
Actually, somebody was telling me that as soon as they actually get in the jail, they can have iPads to access the internet.
No, so he could still be in your chat being like, "What's up,
Yes,
Monty Boo?"
and I think that he's playing the long game. He's trying to trick me, do some trickery here. I really do think it is the DLF, because what would Mama Scrim start talking about dragons in my chat? Like, make it make sense.
Now, did she let you know that he was in jail today? Was it
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
So it was her that let you know.
But I think it's DLF acting as Mama Scrunch, because
Ah.
he's let it slip before. That's actually him that's been messaging
Hmm.
me and not Mama Scrunch. This is how okay. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. This is how good he is. Should I say it? No, no, no. I'm not gonna. No, no. Should I
Yes,
say it? No,
leave it.
no,
Well,
no. I don't want to. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Okay. Okay, Kenny J, you know what's up, because this is confusing me, because I've talked to you about this. Okay, okay, I'll say it. Here's what's confusing me. So initially, when Mama Scrunch wanted to get in contact with me, a cash app was sent in the amount of 50 USD. So then it's like, oh, this is Mama Scrunch. Try and contact me with this email. So I was like, okay, well, um, Dragon Lord Frodo ain't got 50 US dollars to be sending nobody, but that's the long game, right? Because I'm gonna think he doesn't have the money to send to me, so it must not be him, and it must be the real Mama Scrunch when I do really think it is him after all. Because the topic choices for her in her first email was, let's talk about why how Gravy got Gravy's name. And I'm like, what? Why would that be a topic of conversation? How Gravy got
Yeah.
Gravy's name? It was so weird.
The
Hi,
Emperor's commissary
Frida.
for you. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just thinking about DLF going without toothpaste and tissue paper and all,
Yeah.
anything. He's like, I don't need to eat. I don't need cheese. I don't need anything from the commissary. I need to send my Monty boo. I need to
Right?
make sure that he knows that I miss him.
And then
Yeah.
another question was the truth about my fancy red car. And it's like what he was trying to do, once again, is play the long game, is somehow try and get my phone number. I think that
Yes.
was the game. He was trying to get my
Yes.
phone number. This is how good he is, that he'll give up the 50 USD to make me feel safe and comfortable, and then make me think it's really Mama Scrunch, and then give up the phone number because he kept on suggesting Facebook and he kept on suggesting Google Duo because he wants to get my phone number on Duo or get my information on Facebook.
Yes. Yeah. Complete mastermind. You wouldn't think it. You think, wait a minute. He wouldn't give me $50 because this guy eats dumpster pizza. How is he giving me $50? But it was me, by the way, Monty, who clocked that question about gravy. I'm
You
like,
did.
there's no way Mama Scrunch would want to talk about why DLF named his cat Gravy. But again, that email was more of a mind fuck because
Right?
he also divulged like personal vulnerable stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, oh, you didn't know like which way
It was
it
gonna
was.
go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really good or he's just really fucked. Like I don't know what to think about this man, but something was going on. You know what? Maybe I should put it up on the screen.
And may I say, you were daft not to take that $500 bet. Not that he would be able to pay you.
Right? I've been getting some serious emails from this man about the bet. Actually, if I took that bet, I would have won today, right?
Yes, that's
Insane.
why.
Yeah.
Yes. Those
Holy
of you who
shit.
don't know, he sort of taunted Monty and said, I bet you $500 I'm not going to jail May 5th. Take the bet, Monty. And you should have. I don't
I
think you
should
would have
have.
seen that. I don't think you would have seen that money, though.
Right? I would never have. But okay, should I even show this email about some topics, how Gravy got her name, the truth about my fancy red car, you come up with time and videos, happy, stay your day, Mama Scrunch.
I think you can show that. Just don't show the other information about where they lived and all the medical stuff. And can you do that to show the questions?
But
But topics?
okay. But then how is this gonna work? Because it's an email, right? She's sending me an email knowing that we're gonna talk about this. So hmm. Okay, I'll think about it.
Why
Who
don't you
put
just
money?
read it?
I could read it, yeah. But it's really
Eh,
weird.
yeah, it's just there's some personal um stuff. I don't know if Monty wants to
You
broadcast
mean like the
it.
first email about
The first
in
Mama
Toronto?
Scrunch. Yeah.
Yeah, just like I don't know. Can't you just read not read the stuff that's the personal stuff and just read around them?
Yeah, do that. Do the questions. The questions are pretty harmless. That shows that it was DLF.
I guess so. Let me look through some other stuff. Hmm, okay, talking about titanium rods and whatnot. Holy crap! I didn't even talking about the trust fund. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I will read this. Give me a second here, everybody, to figure this out because some of this formatting, I still really think this is Dragon Lord Frodo, and he's just really trying to mess with me because he's that manipulative.
So Buddha, your DLF, you're settled into your like cell. What's the first thing you do?
So I'm DLF and I'm in the cell and it's the first night and the door closes. What do I do?
Yeah.
Oh, just pull up that memory of Monty in his silk shirt and imagine him doing push-ups and find a quiet corner and release some tension if I was DLF, because that's
Yeah.
genuinely how I feel that he feels about Monty. He has a major crush on Monty and he's going to be thinking about him a lot. He's going to be missing it. But if he has computer access, he might still be in the chat like every day. It'd be so weird. Huh?
Yeah. That yeah. So he was in your chat at what time was that? That was before
No, after like
you.
two, it was like three or something when it was the Foodie Beauty live stream, and then Mama Scrunch was in the chat talking about call me dragon something. No, no,
Oh,
no. No, that was after that was that this was on this channel, the community one.
yes.
Mama Scrunch was in here again talking about call me something like Dragon Scrunch or something like that.
Snapdragon.
Yeah, Snapdragon, you're right. Dr. Soro, Medicine Woman says, sorry I'm late. I was trolling at her. So DLF is reunited with the Chomos today. He is. He's back in the crew. The
Oh
crew
yeah,
checking
it's
in.
it's reunited and it feels so good. That's what's happening right now. They're
Right.
having a
Okay.
kumbaya moment, arms around
Yeah.
shoulders.
I think I'm gonna share this one because,
Okay.
and then we're gonna share the one about the bet. So this is the
Okay.
one. Can I big screen it? I'm gonna do it like this. So this is the one that goes, "Hey Monty, it is tough being this person's mother. I've tried um my best, but about 4 years ago, I had to walk away from this mess. My mental health was being affected by his remarks. I still do try to send him money, or if he needs something, I try to get it to him. He has Asperger's, and around the age of 22, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia and refused the medications. He is an only child raised in a middle income home with both, I guess, parents working. His father worked for the city of Buffalo and I held several positions at the same time. DLF was educated from the age 2 to 4 at the IBM Institute located at Polytech in Toronto. I don't know what's going on with that because
Um.
but the Polytech in Toronto is Ryerson, but I've
Yes.
never heard of some IBM Institute. And
Now
we
keep
and we
in.
Googled this
Yeah.
and nothing came up.
So guys, keep in mind, reading this, like these first few paragraphs, it does sound like a mother writing about his son. Like it did to me, anyways. And you also have to keep in mind, I was thinking about this, Monty. You know how he said, "Oh, I'm not computer savvy and I do typos and stuff." I think the typos are intentional because if you look at the IBM thing, like the age, I
Hmm.
think it was supposed to be in his 20s. Like he wouldn't be going to Ryerson at the age of 2 to 4.
Right, yeah. Maybe DLF was educated from age. Well, it doesn't make sense if it says age 24. That doesn't make any sense either. I don't know. I'm just going to keep reading. So, Mama Scrunch allegedly continues. I was educated in McMaster's in Hamilton. That's Hamilton, Ontario. Very good school. One of the best schools in Canada, by the way. While I was in class, Mike went to IBM when I had to work on certain days at Casey House. Mike would go to Ryerson. Okay, I tried looking up Casey House. Then it says Mike got sick after getting his meals left, Moms and Rubella. So I think she means measles. So Mike got sick after getting his measles, mumps, and rubella shots, became very ill, and when he came out of his coma, was never the same. His MD wanted him to vlog to get the rage out of his system. This worked for a couple of years until it didn't and left behind a rude, impatient, and strong willed person with Asperger's schizophrenia. That is his background. As for Amy, go ahead, ask me a few things I need to clear up. His father, um, I guess, is in no shape or means a pedophile. Did he watch Hannah Montana? And after he came out with Wrecking Ball, it was almost impossible to look at her like a child. Okay, so the explanation is the father couldn't look at Miley Cyrus after the whole Wrecking Ball music video. Is that a good explanation?
Uh, yeah, I don't know if that's good. It
Right?
doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it doesn't. I'm like, what's going on here? Okay. And continues. And no surprise, some of the things he would crude but far from inappropriate. I am available every day with the exception of 5 till 7:30. I can do FaceTime or Duo. See, there you go, FaceTime. Trying to get me to give up my Facebook or Duo. We're trying to get me to give up my phone number. See how skilled this man is. Or you can pick up one of his older videos and pick apart to get the best content. You should advertise live with Mama Scrunch. The best, some topics. How Gravy got her name. Okay? The truth about my fancy red car. You come up with time and videos. Happy Saturday, Mama Scrunch. And that's it. That was the very first one.
Yeah, see, those questions made no sense to me after all of that stuff that preceded it, right?
Right.
Like, oh, forget everything I said about schizophrenia, about, his um, temper after his
Yeah,
measles
going into a
shot,
coma.
yeah, going into a coma, but ask me about the cat. Like,
Yeah,
come
it's like
on.
don't ask me about the coma or the schizophrenia or living in Toronto. Just ask me about the cat Gravy and ask me about my red car.
Oh
Does that
yeah,
make
don't
sense?
don't forget the banger closer, my fancy red car. Like who talks like that? You know what I mean? Like DLF would, but not his mom, I don't think. Fancy red car.
Exactly, and that's what didn't make any sense. No sense whatever. Maybe I should look at the let's put your money where your mouth is email. Let's take a look at that. So, okay, so here we go. So Mike sent me this and it goes, my offer still stands. You think I'm going back to jail for the criminal contempt? Hey, Natural Ginger. I think I'm not going to jail for criminal contempt, so let's bet on it. $500. In fact, I will sweeten the deal further for you and say if I go to jail for criminal contempt, not only will I pay you 500, but also a little extra to get food and you can do a mukbang on video or not. I don't care.
I
So if
forgot
I,
about that one.
right?
Okay, continue.
So if so if I go to jail, you get $500 plus lunch, and if I don't go to jail for criminal contempt, you owe me 500 no lunch. So really, you're getting the better deal here. I'm offering you food on top of $500. I'm not asking for food, just 500. I can send you the 500 plus lunch money either through PayPal or I can send you a money order to your PO box. You can do the same for me if I don't go to jail for criminal contempt. Also, in regards to how I will get the $500 plus lunch money, hey, that I'm checked. Hey, who's that? Lady Lithium, welcome, welcome, welcome. In regards to how I will get the $500 plus lunch money, what will happen is I will send you money little by little every week, like maybe $40 a week until it's paid off. Maybe more if I can afford it. Also, remember that I have to physically write out a check to you begrudgingly every week. I really do believe the charges are going to be dropped. Okay. Because if they wanted to add new charges, they have to arrest me first and then arraign me. Well, they kind of did DLF today. The reason I was not arrested for the criminal contempt was because the arrest warrant had me down as 505 Elmwood Avenue in Niagara Falls, New York, not Buffalo. So they actually sent the police to that address in Niagara Falls, New York, but obviously I wasn't living there. This was probably a day or so before I went to jail anyway, so they got me when I went to court. I think what happened was in court on Thursday, I told my straight edge lawyer that I wanted a trial with the jury and I wanted to exercise my Sixth Amendment rights to confront my accusers in court, which would mean they would have to make those broads show to court and speak on the witness stand. Both those broads are autistic as well, and there are a couple of hypochondriacs and terrified of COVID to the point that they will not even go to the mall to get an Auntie Anne's pretzel. How do you know this, DLF? He continues, so the ADA called them up later that day, informed them of the trial by jury, and they have to show up to court, and they don't want to follow through with it. Hey, Lawyer Warrior. Hey, Greeny Bluish. Also, I believe because of their COVID paranoia, they will not go to Buffalo Gay Pride Parade anyway. So this is addressing that live stream he did about Pride. I like going to Buffalo Pride because I get to pick up the bottles and cans and non-dog shit filled plastic bags. I use them for trash at home. And they also throw free condoms, Red Bulls, and bags of Doritos from the parade. Oh boy, free condoms and Red Bull, all a DLF needs.
And
No, the chick,
Doritos, a party.
right? No, the chick I'm talking to is not a cop. I believe she works in the mental health field though in some capacity she isn't a catfish. So he's talking about that chick that sent him some skin pictures, some naughty pics the other day. Ooh la la. She is from Buffalo and she has pics of herself in Buffalo. She is really into horses, and I already told her she isn't getting me on a horse since I'll end up like Christopher Reeves. Jesus. Seriously? I will not give out her name because last thing I need is for your menopausal broads to contact her for no reason. I'm sorry, but
Why would
Oh
we
my
contact?
God. It's crazy.
We're gonna cock block him. Okay.
yeah, right. Virtual shake on the $500 bet. I'll put a white hand emoji in your chat if you put a black hand emoji in your chat. YouTube has white hands shaking with other white hands and a black hand shaking with other black hands, but no white hand shaking a black hand. I think YouTube wants racial segregation.
Oh wow.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
Also, the person you thought was Mama Scrunch was actually me the whole time.
Dun
I'm
dun
going to repeat
dun.
this. Also, the person you thought was Mama Scrunch was actually me the whole time. You have been talking to me the entire time, but still do not have Mama Scrunch on, or my rich uncle, or those stupid broads. If you do, I will call the police. Thanks for your cooperation. I'm like,
Oh.
what is going
Ooh.
on with my life?
I'd like to make a point about the fact that he wanted to pay you $40 every week and put you on layaway. I haven't heard of a layaway payment plan in a while.
Right? All right. We got Sam. Sam, I'm putting you on right now. So if you want to close your cam, go ahead. All right. What's up, Sam?
Hello.
What's
Hi
up?
Sam.
Hi,
So-
Sam.
So I guess he wanted to put me on layaway. I guess Sam got disconnected. He'll come back. Putting me on layaway, and he admitted he was Mama Scrunch. So if you're admitting that you're Mama Scrunch the whole time, then what am I supposed to believe? That you're still Mama Scrunch, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That it's definitely him, I believe.
Yeah. That's what
This is
I
a
think,
fun mail time with Monty. We should read another one.
right? I have lots, man. Like he has been coming. What when was the last one? Oh, the other one was here. Unblock me from a day
Mm.
ago.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Should I read this? I don't know.
I don't know. How bad is it? Doesn't have
Yes.
attachments.
It's not that
Yes.
bad.
Do it.
Do it?
Don't open the
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it. Okay, so here goes. I'm gonna share my screen once again. So this is from one day ago.
Yo, like
And
he really boned himself. I really have to say, like,
he did. He totally
oh,
did.
mm,
All right, so he goes, first of all, your mods are out of control. They are blocking me and timing me out for no reason. We cannot have this. They are literally timing me out for saying hi. So I don't think you should be able to review my videos if you have me blocked because I still need to be about to defend myself. And yes, you get a lot of shit wrong. It's like you try to it's like you try to present some link between me and Foodie Beauty that simply isn't here. Pause for a second. Dr. Sorol Mediswam says, Monty, what does layaway feel like? It feels like layaway. How can I describe layaway? It makes me feel cheap.
Cheap,
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it
yes.
does.
It's like
So,
Afterpay.
right? Exactly. So he continues. Like if Foodie Beauty gets a bunch of groceries and I also get groceries, you say, did Foodie Beauty buy DLF groceries? When have I ever said that? And then you let your chat start doing theories on me. And next thing you know, I'm a chomo and I'm Sofa King or whatever the F else you conjure up in your head. Also, if you don't fully understand the way I cope with problems, I have a good analogy here. Remember in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban when Lupin was teaching to confront their fears? He had that cabinet with the monster in it that takes off their biggest fears, I guess takes the form of their biggest fears, and then they do the ridiculous spell and it turns their fears into something silly. That's what I am doing, but in my own mind. I do it to those women and the prosecutor. I make them seem ridiculous to cope with it all. Also, not illegal in the USA to criticize elected officials. The judge and the prosecutor are both elected officials. They are both politicians, and as such, if you can mock Trump or Stephen Harper, why not a judge or prosecutor? The moment you are unable to criticize your elected officials is the moment the USA stops becoming a constitutional republic with democratically elected officials. Saying racist things is not illegal in the US either. I never made any threats against the prosecutor. Well, that's a gray area because I think they actually might be working on suggesting he was making threats. But that's just my opinion. I'll continue. I'm working with the straight edge lawyer to figure out if we can remove both the judge and prosecutor on the grounds of bias. The black prosecutor, after seeing his Twitter, has a lot of shady views regarding white people that he openly expresses. So, bias right there. The judge also, I believe, is biased for other reasons I can't explain, but my lawyer is looking into that. Also, it was my lawyer's idea to go to trial. That was his recommendation. Okay. Can I remind everybody that he isn't paying like top dollar for this lawyer? He's making it seem like he is.
Isn't it a public defender?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, and he's making this man do this and do that. Do you really think this lawyer is doing all this, or is this just he's just saying this?
He thinks he has an OJ dream team.
he really does. You think he's got Johnny Cochran and
Yeah, Marsha
Rob
Clark.
Kardashian sitting
Yeah,
here, and oh my gosh, he feels like
Right?
he's up against oh god, who was the lady? You know what I'm talking about.
Marsha Clark.
Yes.
Yes. Will the tagline be "If the penis pump fits, you must acquit"?
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
Kidding. You,
Oh,
you
geez.
sassy girl. All day you've been coming with these zingers, man. That was good.
Oh my God, that's a good one. Oh my
All right.
God.
So
You're
um
welcome.
Yeah,
I can
like,
show. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
oh no, I was just thinking, like, yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. Like, yeah, these are elected officials, but like when they're in charge of something that you're a part of, like it, they have to pay attention to what you're doing and do their jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so true. So true. So I can read another one, and then we can go to my comment section, which shows that yeah, there's iPads in the, I guess, Niagara County Jail. Maybe I should do Niagara County Jail iPad.
Yeah, I'm curious
Uh,
about that. I didn't know
Ooh, I
that would
wonder
be a
if it's
thing.
clear like all the other electronics.
right? Because somebody was saying that like they get iPads in there, which makes sense. There's a lot of progressive programs when it comes to people, in jails and in prisons. That's actually pretty sound
Yeah.
to think that that would actually happen.
Well, if he's in Gen Pop, the only thing he's going to be able to do is get yard time and TV time, but that's with
Yeah,
everybody else.
right. How long is he going to be locked up for? The sheriff, I guess the sheriff's deputy said until June the 2nd. He's not getting out any sooner, and that's if he even gets bail. So I remember June the 2nd is his control for his trial on June the 20th.
I don't even know why he didn't just take the deal. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So this is the one where Mama Scrunch emails me. Okay, so let me put it on the screen. Nothing is there. It just says Lindsay, and then that's it. So nothing that can identify her. So here's one 7 hours ago at 2:05 p.m. EDT. I get this email. Hey Monty, Mike is in jail till June the 6th. I don't know what he meant by June the 6th because I called and they said it was the 2nd, and I asked them twice and they said no, it's the 2nd.
And the
So
second is a Thursday,
yeah,
which
the 2nd
all
is
of
a
his things are
Thursday.
on Thursdays.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll start again. Hey Monty, Mike is in jail till June the 6th. He called me from jail asking me to put money on his commissary. He also may be transferred to either the medical wing or to a local hospital due to that massive carbuncle he has on his butt. That is from stress, being hairy, and the fact that he is a non treating type 2 diabetic. His sugar must be over 400 at this point. If you've watched his latest videos, he does have it, and he did pop it, and it was, boy, it was bad.
Mm. Ooh,
Really, really bad.
sounds
So
bad.
yeah. Also, he was naked in his video earlier, so there's also that. But we will
Oh,
get to that soon. We will get to that. Yeah, he had to go shower before court, and he was just like holding his crotch
oh,
on stream. Okay, but we'll get to that in a second.
Monty, check the private chat.
I did see that. I think
Oh, that's a good
maybe I'll do
idea,
that.
right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Mm.
So I'll continue. They will have to deal with his medical issues first before anything, as they are fully responsible for him. I'm not that computer savvy and would like to do that AMA with you. I can do FaceTime, Zoom, Duo, and Messenger. So anything different from that, you will have to walk me through it. As I've told you, I am sick right now, but I usually have some pain free hours between 12 and 6. Set a time and date. Let me know, and I'll do my best to link up with you. As always, Mama Scrunch. This still screams trying to get my info here with the FaceTime as the first suggestion, then Zoom, then Duo and Messenger. It's like he really is trying to get my phone number, and he is playing the long game.
Mm. Well, I don't know honestly how much personal information you can get from Zoom because you could just anyone can
Yeah,
just
yeah,
create
but
a, you know.
yeah, you're right. But the FaceTime for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the Duo. Then you
Mm.
could get my number if we're not doing email or email to phone number. So he is manipulative this way because I was so confused. I'm like, why would he send me 50 USD if it wasn't him? And then he came up like, it was me this entire time.
Like an evil supervillain twisting their little mustache. Like,
Right, exactly.
Mm.
So you know how this is how scary and effective he is. So if you thought, you know, he's harmless, look what he's trying to do to me. It's just that for that one split second, I thought, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't, give because I was really thinking of giving Mama Scrunch like my phone number, like, hey, call me. Let's talk about this for a second. And then that, just like that, would be my downfall, right? Then he'd
Mm.
have my number and then he'd start doing his Jimmy Boots days type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know his Jimmy Boots days, Kenny J.
I unfortunately saw that all. Yes.
No? What?
Yeah, we can't really talk much about Jimmy Boots, but Jimmy Boots was his persona where he would say how he's gonna um
Do things in Minecraft?
well, yeah, do things, but not in Minecraft. More like do things in real life and do
Well,
things,
that's the code word now.
right? Yeah, exactly. So he was saying all these things. He was releasing I don't know how can I put this.
Don't
He was
talk about what he was releasing and where.
I was just gonna say,
Oh, no, 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 no,
releasing
no.
ropes.
Well, he would release, his manlyhood onto car
Oh.
stickers. I mean,
Ooh.
on paper as well, and then
Envelopes,
mail it. Yeah,
yeah.
envelopes.
That's sticky business.
Yes,
Oh
the
my
sticky icky
gosh.
icky.
He's
Yeah,
cooking
notice
all
about
over the
that.
place. Jeez.
Yeah, so yeah, that's his Jimmy Boots days, is what I call it. Yeah, his
That's
man juice, salty peach.
disgusting.
I do think he's gonna find a way to message me from jail. In fact, I still think this is him acting like Mama Scrunch after saying that was him this entire time. So he couldn't help but give himself away, and then right after he goes back into acting like Mama Scrunch.
Is
Yeah.
it the same email address as the other Mama Scrunch stuff?
Yeah, it's the same one.
So,
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
obviously.
The thing
It's
is,
him.
Yeah.
all right, if they have internet access, it's through tablets, what have you. But
Yeah,
they're communal as well. So everybody has a time limit, you know?
right, exactly.
Wait, didn't that email, the latest one you got from Mama Scrunch, at the bottom, wasn't it from it said sent by my such and such app?
Sent from
Yeah, the
the
signature.
all new AOL app for Android.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so that wouldn't be an iPad.
Well, AOL app for Android. Well, maybe it's not iPads, maybe it's tablets. You know
Yeah.
what? Let me Google it a little bit more.
Mm.
I gotta Google maybe Niagara County Jail tablets.
Oh, I see it right now.
It does. It's right there. Tablets for inmates plan. There was an editorial on it. Tablets for
It
inmates.
is clear. Oh my gosh, the J tablet.
Yeah, it is. So whoever said that they have tablets in jail is right because it specifically even points out the Niagara region for the tablets. I'll put
Right.
it, I'll
And
put it on the screen. I'll put it on the screen so everybody is in on it. So good thing whoever came through for me. Thank you. I'll give you credit. Telling me about the whole tablet situation. But this is it right here.
Can you imagine
Uh,
DLF walking around? I'll trade you some ramen for some computer time.
this is from the Niagara Gazette editorial. Tablets for inmates plan doesn't sound too, I guess, good. And it said Niagara County Jail plans to launch a pilot program this year involving a limited number of tablets for inmates, and that's from 2018. Then the Niagara Gazette says computer tablet provider expects to make 8.8 million from inmates. So okay, so you have to pay for the time then. And that's also from 2018. And then we have the Daily Star from 2018 once again saying state draws backlash over computer tablets for inmates. So whoever said that they have tablets was right. They do. So this is how he's been emailing me as Mama Scrunch is with this whole tablet thing.
And none of the previous Mama Scrunch emails had that at the bottom, right? I don't
Let
think
me
they
check.
did.
Look at you, so sleuthy,
Oh my
Kenny J.
gosh.
Wow, look at you, Kenny J. Sleuthy, sleuthy. All right, let me check for sure. Check in.
I'm 99% sure it didn't.
Yeah. I don't see anything. Wow. So it is
Ooh.
freaking DLF.
Oh my gosh,
Holy
that's
crap.
creepy. He could be watching this. Like,
Right? Like right now.
Hey, DLF.
you probably can't get into his Google though.
But
Maybe
wow.
he could only get into the Lindsay one.
That's what I'm saying, because like the
Yeah.
two-factor authentication for the DLF profile,
Right?
and he don't have his phone.
Man, this is like so like eerie.
Yeah.
So should I have taken that bet, Kenny J? Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, he was going to pay you in installments.
Yeah,
pay you
40
off
bucks.
like a
Afterpay.
plasma TV or something. Why not?
Aw,
gosh.
I don't know. I would feel bad.
We'll see what happens.
For sure, we'll definitely see. So what's going to happen with him? I heard he loses his benefits if he's in the clink for more than a month.
Probably. I don't know.
Somebody was telling me that.
And his housing, how long does that have to be? Because obviously there's probably a huge waiting list.
Yeah, I wouldn't
right?
know, but I would
That
think
depends.
after a while he'd lose it too. So that's why he was so worried.
Because Section 8 only pays a certain portion of your rent. So once he stopped paying, the landlord can stop accepting payments for the Section 8 and start eviction.
Could Mama Scrunch take over the payments? Or does he physically have to be there?
Anyone can take over the payments.
Right.
They just want money. But it all depends on if she has enough to fill the gap.
I don't know. I don't know what Mama Scrunch's mindset would be with all of this. It seems like she was pretty fed up, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if she'd be willing to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's a real learning moment then for him. You know, that's the thing, right? Like you have these benefits, you have this housing, and despite how many times people told you not to act this way, despite how many times you knew that this was wrong, you did it anyway, and now you're in jail, and now you lose what you need. And that's just life, baby. And that's kind of how I look at it, because despite anything else, you're still an adult and consequences for actions exist, regardless of who you are. That's it. You know?
Exactly.
So, sorry, DLF, but this is a good learning experience for you.
Right. So somebody's asking, what's he in jail for? It just still says the criminal contempt. But I think there's more to it. I think there's going to be either upgraded charges or added on charges. So I'll keep checking for everybody to keep everybody updated. But I think it really does have a lot to do with what he has been saying against the two ladies in Lockport, plus the ADA, plus the judge, because he has been going off in his live streams that saying many things that could be construed as threats. And if you say those things, then they are going to lock you up and they can not give you bail because you have said things that could be construed as threats against the judge presiding over your case. And this is what he's not understanding. I told him not to do it so many times. Do not make threats to that judge, because this is what they do. They just won't give you bail, and then you'll be in jail until your court matters are over.
Um, just remind me, what's the thing on June 2nd?
The control for
But
his
what is that?
I've not ever heard of that before until he said it. So if
But
anybody knows what the control for his trial is, maybe I'll do a quick Google search.
I think it might just be a pre-trial probation hearing because that's what they're called. You know what I mean here?
so maybe
Yeah,
it
that makes
is
sense.
June 6th because I don't think
You don't think what?
sorry, I don't think the June 2nd thing would affect how long he's in prison now. It doesn't seem like it would affect that in any way, if you know what I mean. So
Okay.
maybe he did mean June 6th. Maybe it was, listen, you're here for 30 days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
maybe why he didn't say June 2nd and he did say June 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in my area, it's called pre-trial probation. I think in New York, it's called control hearing. It's basically when the defendant and the lawyer go in front of the judge, and the judge decides what's going to happen next as far as more jail time, conditions set on probation, things like that. If he's going to be eligible for probation or bail, all those things.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for that, Sam. Because somebody was telling me for the control, he doesn't need to show up because it's just between the lawyers and the judge. And now that what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
So, could you repeat that again, Sam, for those who maybe weren't paying attention?
Yeah, so a control is also called a pretrial probation. It's basically just a meeting between the judge and the defendant, and the defendant's representation. The defendant doesn't always have to be there, especially if they're already incarcerated. Um, Pretty much, it just is a meeting between the defendant's team and the judge, talking about, if the person will be eligible for probation or bail and things like that. And if they are, then the conditions will most likely be set there or at a later date.
Okay. All right. Thank you once again, Sam. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. So whether it's the second or the sixth, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but we're gonna find out. He ain't getting out most likely until early June, if he gets out in early June.
You don't think we're going to be like Niagara County jail famous? Like, is he going to show this to all of his friends?
About what, hanging with chomos in Niagara County? Like
Yeah, I'd be like, look at
Yeah,
these
we
guys
can hope
talking about
not,
me.
but like maybe there's like a good 60% chance. I was thinking about that earlier.
that? What, he has some street cred?
Yeah, he'll just be like, guys, look at me. They're talking about me on the internet.
That's a good point, actually. I never thought about that. If they all have access to tablets and stuff, what's him not going, hey guys, why don't you also go and hit this guy up in his chat?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got all these randoms coming in and saying random stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like there might be a bunch of new people hanging out in the chat.
Oh, you might be right.
Monty, we had
Yeah,
1,000,000 Des B's today.
yeah, I did
Coincidence?
have. Maybe it isn't a coincidence. Maybe it's all the PDF files ganging up on me.
Mm.
Dr. Sorrel Medicine Woman, I think I read this. If he writes from jail, please do streams on it. I will, Dr. Sorrel Medicine Woman. Casper Kitty had said, hi, Monty. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I think you need some snacks to keep up your strength. Thank you so much, Casper Kitty. Thank you, everybody that super chat me. I was reading the emails and keeping an eye on the chat, so it's very hard sometimes to multitask. I think I read this as well. Just a romantic woman, Monty, what does layaway feel like? Yeah, I did read that. Makes me feel cheap. That's what it makes me feel like. Other than that, I think we're caught up. Super chats. There's rumors going around that Kevin Samuels has passed away. I keep hearing articles, and a lot of sites are saying it's just rumors. If you don't know who Kevin Samuels is, he can be described as a misogynist. Other people say he's being real or he's woke. He is part of the manosphere. You could say specifically the Black manosphere, but in terms of the manosphere, he's one of the biggest players, or he is the biggest player right now. He blew up with the "You're a six at best" line when he
Oh,
was talking to this black lady about her, I guess, dating options, relationship options. And he has had, I forgot, who did he have on? Was it Nicki Minaj or was it, who's Nicki Minaj's competition again? Cardi B. Either one of them, he had them on her show, on his show. And he was talking like he has blown up a lot within the past couple of months, a year now, I guess. But I've been hearing these rumors that he is passed away, and I can't confirm whether or not he has or hasn't passed away. He's supposedly 56 years old, and I have seen his streams before. Like, it's quite popular. Like, a lot of people tune into his streams before the whole average at best line that he went viral for. He was still doing okay, but that really blew him up. Okay, he
y-
had Nicki. Okay, thank you. It was Nicki Minaj. Gotcha, thank you. Google
yes.
showed it
So
passed.
Google's
Oh,
not showing.
Well, it
it was
makes sense that it
confirmed?
was Nicki Minaj
No,
because who she's with.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right.
it's showing that it says like the headlines are Kevin Samuels death rumors go viral. It's not really confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Breaking news: Twitter street saying Kevin Samuels allegedly has passed. So right now it sounds like it's a rumor.
Yeah, if you punch in a Google, it's just a bunch of articles in the past 3 hours just
Well,
running with it.
yeah, that dude is 56 and he drinks more Red Bull than I do, so I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
oh, his heart's gonna explode.
Right, that dude was drinking them Red Bulls more than me, and that's saying something.
Yeah, the manosphere makes me sick. You told me about it. I did one like little YouTube thing and now I get recommended. And then my morbid curiosity, I click on it and then I just get like infuriated. Like one was like a man it's okay for a man to be promiscuous, but a woman can't be. It's like what?
Mm-hmm.
Like their whole backward thinking. It's gross. In my opinion, it's gross.
Yeah, so he's gone. Kevin Samuels, as far as a lot of sites are saying that, yeah, he's passed away of cardiac arrest.
Oh,
I don't
Yikes.
know who he is, but that's sad. It's sad that he passed, and that's the legacy that he's leaving behind. That's what
I
I
mhm.
Mhm.
think when I hear that. It's never great when someone passes, but this is the story of who you are, and that's sad. you
Right.
know, it's just sad, double sad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Dax asks, "How far does my fast does my heart race?" My heart actually doesn't race on Red Bull or any of these energy drinks. Does that say something?
No,
I don't
it
know. Are
just means
you?
you're like used to caffeine, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just used
Yeah.
to the amount. So yeah, my heart isn't pumping like super fast. If it was, I wouldn't be drinking because there's times where if I don't get enough sleep and other factors, if I'm super tired, my heart compensates by beating faster. But I always am aware of how fast my heart is beating. I would never put myself in jeopardy by then dousing myself with energy drinks. That just isn't me.
Do you know what I
Oh,
find funny about you, Monty, is that if someone didn't know anything about you, that you drank energy drinks, I would never think that you were an energy drink guy. You're just so
super
chill.
chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're all like,
No.
I pound energy drinks, and you're just so mellow. And I'm like, what are you like when you don't have, like, do you have a day where you don't drink energy drinks and you just like lay on the couch like a potato all day and you don't talk or move? Because without energy drinks, you must be really, really, really chill.
Like the guy, like
Like
like in the movie Half
comatose.
Baked,
Yeah,
like
like
the guy on
full
the
on.
couch.
Yeah. From
Absolutely.
Health Baked. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the guy on the
Yo,
couch.
it's the guy on the couch. Ask the guy on the couch.
I love that guy. Yeah.
Well,
So what gets like what would get Monty hyped? Like what puts you in hummingbird mode? Like I have ADHD and I naturally tend to have hummingbird mode. What makes you kind of go hummingbird?
I don't know. That's like a hard question for me.
Yeah. You know, like some people have too much coffee or a Red Bull, or sometimes you go hummingbird when you don't get enough sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to think about that.
I'd be curious to see what gets you jazzed.
And I just won't answer.
The last time I was screaming like a schoolgirl was when I got the autographs of B44. They were like in a city next to Toronto. I think it was Mississauga, and I happened to be there. Was the Timmy's? Then I was like, "Yo, aren't you that guy from B44?" And he's like, "Yeah." Then I was like, "Ah!
The boy band?
Yeah,
The boy-
yeah." It's like, "Come here if you want me." No, I get down on you. I get down on you. Yeah, that song B44, the boy band.
What year was this now?
Oh.
I get down on you tonight. That is such a day again. And they're totally orange. Those guys were full on orange. Let me pull them up. I gotta
No,
pull
you're
these
lying.
guys
Are
up.
you trolling us? Did you actually
Was it-
feel like
was
little
it all of
Orange.
them?
Yes, I did. I totally did. I'm not even
Like
joking.
all of them?
Yes.
Like they
There
just happened to be there, or were they doing like a promo thing at Timmy's?
Holy
No, it was just
spray
one.
can.
It was just one of them, and they were freaking orange. That's what they look like. They're orange.
Oh my god, those guys!
Yes, these guys.
The tanky
Bruh.
topicus guys. They have a rare disease called tanky topicus.
Right, exactly.
Where they
With
can
the
only wear
what-
and hookah shells.
Who
Oh,
yeah,
was that
yeah, with the
geez.
shells, with the 03, 04, with everybody had those necklaces and that hairstyle.
Oh, it takes me back.
Yeah.
That is the exact opposite of my type. If you've ever wondered what Buddha Bitch's type is, not that.
Well, it's messed up because fashion's cyclical, and this is coming back.
It is. It totally is coming back.
Great time to choose to be celibate. Hey, ladies.
So I was like, oh my God. Oh,
No,
by the way, that was
Monty.
just like last year. I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't last year. Come on. But yeah, I was like totally freaking out. I was like, oh my God, they're actually here. Like, one of these guys are actually here. But yeah,
And that was the last time you got jazz?
yeah, totally like hyped up.
And when was
Screaming.
this?
This was like the early 2000s.
Dude. And that's the last time you
wow.
got like super jazzed? You're
Yeah.
hilarious. I'm
Yeah,
jazzed
totally
every moment of every
pendulum.
day.
Yeah, but that was it. That was my moment right there.
Who would you fangirl over now? Real
Ooh, that's
like
a
if you
hard
met-
question.
like if you met them right now, you would just
I
be
mean,
like,
like if I saw like Drake or the
Drake,
Weeknd,
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Or Abel. Anyone from the six would
Yeah,
just
from
like,
the six for sure. Except for I don't know how I feel about Tory Lanez, especially with the Megan Thee Stallion situation.
the whole
Oh.
shooting thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of got to hate on for Tory Lanez now.
Mm.
mine's Judge Judy and Mads Milkinson.
Really, Judge Judy? Why?
Oh my god! If I ever met Judge Judy, I would fangirl all day, every day. It's not about. It's just respect. It takes a lot for me to be like, yeah. If she ever met me, I got neck tattoos. She would hate the hell out of me. She hates people with bright colored hair, and she hates people who own pit bulls. Ideally, if she ever met me, she would probably hate the hell out of me and judge me. But I don't judge her for that because she's an old Jewish grandmother. I wouldn't expect her to get my style. I still respect her and have her at the top of my list. And of course, Hollywood crush, Mads. How do you not love Mads? Come on, Hannibal. Le sexy.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, for sure.
He's just so deviously evil and smart. That's the thing. Like that's his whole thing. The smart evilness part. What about you, Kidney Che? Who would you fangirl over?
Maybe Elf. Like the 80s puppet person. Who?
Wait, like Will
This alien
Ferrell
life?
as Elf?
No, like the actual puppet thing. I love that guy.
Are you
So
talking what the guy with the blonde hair, the Christmas movie guy?
No, Elf. He's from Melmac, and he has a cat. Well, he hates cats, but the cat
do you
is
mean Elf
Lucky.
or Alf? Alf?
ALF. I do
Alf.
Oh,
Okay.
like ELF. I
Yeah.
do like that him as well. But
That's what I
no,
thought you meant. Alf from the
yeah.
sitcom. Yeah.
what
People in
was
the
his
chat know.
saying? He had like a saying. What was his saying?
I don't think he had a saying.
He had like a tagline. I had a toy that you'd squeeze in
Oh,
his stomach
yeah.
and he'd say something. I can't remember what his it was like ha
But have
like
you
that, but with
guys
words.
have you ever seen the movie? It had Ben Stiller, and it was about the creation of him. And the guy was
No.
pretty much whacked out of heroin the whole time.
No way.
Yeah, I
I could
forget what the
see
movie is
that.
called.
Alf did have good hair though, man. He had that
He did.
nice like side part, the
Yeah.
hipster hair, you know, way before
Yes.
it became cool.
More
You know,
here than
touche.
Tweety Beauty.
Oh,
Wow.
it's
Oh.
true. Well, I mean, it is. It's true. And as a hairdresser, I could tell her a million things that could be happening with her hair. She didn't ask. So
So the movie with Ben Stiller is called Permanent Midnight. It's a good movie. Thank you, friend
Yeah.
prices.
Friend prices coming in the clutch. So what about this movie, Permanent Midnight?
It's about the writer of Elf who created the character
Oh,
and
okay.
his drug addiction.
I
And
see.
so basically, that's who Elf, stemmed from, was basically like heroin fueled fever dreams.
I see.
Hmm.
Okay, good to know. Sweet. Well,
Did we ask Sam?
No.
Since
okay,
y'all
you
put me
go
on the
first.
spot.
No, I actually had time to think. If I ever got to meet Azealia Banks, I'd be able to die happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I know she's a very problematic person and she's no longer allowed on Twitter, but her music's just amazing. She has an amazing voice.
Okay, I think a lot of people wouldn't know who Azalea or Azealia Banks. You say Azealia, I say Azalea.
Yeah, I say Azealia because I think
Okay.
that's how she pronounces it.
Yeah, you're
Azealia.
right. If I go to Wiki, it's Azealia and not Azalea. So you are right.
she
Her
was big
debut
back in the
single,
day.
yeah, was the
212.
212. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was listening to that like yesterday.
212. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a booty
Yeah.
shake song.
Oh yeah.
It is. It was pretty catchy. I thought she was gonna blow up big time, but then she didn't.
That's because she had a failed
Hmm.
threesome with Elon Musk and Grimes. Did you ever hear
Oh
about
my
that?
gosh. Yeah. So
Is
about
that
that,
true?
right? I got
Yeah, it was
Oh.
quirky,
I have
weird.
the
Yeah.
tea on that. I have the tea on that. So I was watching that Elon Musk movie that just came out, right? You know the one
Yeah.
I'm talking about. So remember the part where they talked about the tweets around, I think it was like September, October, like around that time, like right after summer, when he was like, I'll
Mhm.
bring Tesla public at $420 a share. That was the weekend that Azealia was there at their house. She was supposed to work with Grimes, and Grimes didn't. She completely ignored Azealia the entire time and was with Elon, and we were doing party favors. And that's when he had tweeted that. And that's her account of the events. And she even got subpoenaed when he got subpoenaed.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
That's meshy. That's
Yeah,
meshy.
it is. So
I
what they were,
thought it-
were they all supposed to hook up or something, and then it just didn't happen?
Well, no, like Azealia just came to write music with Grimes, and then it just got weird.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, isn't it always getting weird at a billionaire's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go to a billionaire's house, I'm gonna think there's gonna be some weird shit there.
Especially those two. Those two are kind of quirky celebrity
Right.
types, right? And you put them together, and they have the baby name. Like they're just quirky. I can imagine like they're flexible, and they're having a couple drinks, and they're like, you know what I mean? I could see them partying and getting down, being alternative in that manner. Yeah, I could see it also getting weird because there's a bit of an awkward energy about Elon. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like he's funny, but he has that like awkward edge. It's hard to explain, but there's always this weird, like sarcastic tone, and I don't know how to explain his demeanor.
He's smug. He's just a little smug.
Absolutely, he's a cup of tea. He's either your cup of tea or he's not your cup of tea.
Yeah.
Watching him talk to Joe Rogan. Have you ever seen that interview?
I've seen bits and pieces and clips.
He did not even inhale that puff. It became an epic moment, and it was like he didn't even inhale. He's not that cool. He's not cool.
No. Yeah, he's a poser. That's probably why Grimes broke up with him.
They have a new baby.
Yeah, but the twins, right?
I'm not sure. Through a surrogate, right? I think.
No, I thought she was having twins.
Oh, sure. Well, if you're going to have a baby daddy that's going to be supportive financially, I guess Elon Musk would be a great choice. Think about it. So. That if you're going to have children with a man, and that would be a great provider.
Okay, it wasn't twins, but it was one singular child. You want to know what the name is?
Yeah, was it a normal name? Because wasn't the first one? They have two, right?
Yeah.
Because the first one was some weird name with like
AEA-12. Yeah.
And the second one?
Just call her X for short. I think the next one is called reveals Y, her new baby. It's literally the Y, the letter Y.
Should be like prototype or something like.
Oh my gosh. She should have named it Ex Machina. I mean, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Should have named a child Electric Sheep.
No, the second one should have come out named Bob or something. Like the first one should have had the name that everyone expected, and then the next one is like Dave.
Oh my god! Yeah,
blow everyone's mind.
Yeah. Well, it's a girl, so it'd be like Tina or something like that, right? Oh gosh, that's so funny. I'm sorry, I got so sidetracked.
No, it's all good.
I think we all did.
Mm-hmm.
So where's Foodie at right now? Is she chilling? Is she raging? What's going on in her little world right now? Does anyone know?
She was eating paneer for the longest time.
Again?
And stoned out of her mind.
Someone's buying that. There's a guy who's just like, I love it when girls eat paneer. And he's just like, billing his credit card. There's no way, like, even her would choose to eat the same thing day in and day out that many times. I don't know. I haven't been watching her that long. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, the Nashies. She would have Nashies day in, day out in the summer.
Oh, yeah. Where have I been?
Any quote-unquote normal person who would just be eating the same junk food day in, day out, like the exact same thing, would more or less, I think, would be in a depressive state. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just her all the time, and with the new food.
Mm-hmm.
Her poops must be just baby poop orange at this point because there's no other color going inside her body.
I'm telling you, the desired
it's soft serve.
Some tingling.
You know what?
Soft serve.
Maybe that's what the men are paying for.
They're
not interested in it coming in. They're
like
interested
on
the exit. Yeah.
Secret special video requests, you know?
You never know.
She could secretly be on clips for sale. We don't know that.
Well, she does have an OnlyFans account. And from what I've been hearing, you can just DM for special requests and you just talk about price from what I hear. And then you just make the arrangement. Like people could, that's why I don't think she's that worried about losing her channel and stuff. Like she probably just has about a handful of people that are just completely supplying her baseline financial needs with side gigs, even before the OnlyFans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that could work, but we'll see in time because I still those videos that Natty Daddy has, they're gonna come out sooner or later.
I'm surprised they haven't already.
Yeah, I am surprised myself. So we're gonna be in for a show sooner or later when everything comes crashing down.
He
The
probably wants to
videos,
put them up. He just can't figure it out.
yeah, he probably does.
That's
Or
going to be
maybe
a whole drama, though. If he releases those, there's going to be a whole drama about whether or not we should or should not watch them. I have a feeling the community would be like really divided on that one. You know what I mean? Because I guess technically it would be very revengey for him to release those, right?
it would.
Yeah, but
Even though they're out there, for him to be like, here it is, there's going to be, with 2022 being the way it is, there's going to be a bunch of people who are like, we can't watch this. This is revenge porn. But then, even though it's public on certain, you know what I mean? I have a feeling once those come out, there's going to be a whole war about them.
I agree. But you also have to think this happened before with a different person, Shani. And people, when her stuff was leaked, people watched that out of curiosity at their own discretion. Like, you know what I mean? At their own.
Unfortunately.
Not having to bleach their eyeballs afterwards.
Baby carrot.
Now there's going to be people who are going to be like, it's revenge porn. It'll become this whole, I don't like to say like virtue signaling or anything, but sometimes people like to get outraged about something that has something outrageable about it. You know what I mean? And I just think it would be too juicy of an opportunity for people not to go to war about something. I don't know. That's just me. Lately, I've been pretty pessimistic about this whole little community because it seems like there's a lot of anger out there. I'm just like, everyone needs to chill out.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a double-edged sword.
For sure.
Yeah, because some reactors, I think, will be like, you shouldn't watch that. And then some will be like, well, why not? It's, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's coming down the pipe. I'll watch it. I'll watch it all day, every day. She's an adult and I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. So that's my struggle.
I thought the same thing. I legitimately, I'm like, if it happens, it happens. I'll most likely see it, like, try to watch it because that's what I thought the first time. I'm like, how are these not out here first? They're not okay. Well, yeah, no. Curiosity, it killed the cat. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah, everyone got naked pics out there now with OnlyFans.
Well, you can't avoid it. You open Twitter, you're gonna see it.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
You're right. They're gonna put it on Twitter.
I'm
on the
surprised
farms everywhere.
No one's been like leaked. If she is doing special requests, allegedly, I'm surprised that person hasn't like leaked those. Like maybe they don't even know like her status as like a lol cow. You know what I mean?
You know what? Because
maybe they do.
They want them to keep coming. They don't want to ruin their good thing.
And special requests are not cheap, right? So if they're going to be dropping coin, I mean, they're going to be investing in something they actually want, And I guess the key would be to keep it priced high enough that a troll won't buy it and then spread it.
True.
Yeah, true. So, what else can we say about this? DLF's in jail until June. I'll keep you updated if the charges get upgraded or new charges get added on with this situation. Because you know how we almost did like daily DLF. If Foodie Beauty wasn't super active, it would be like daily DLF content. And now an entire month will pass. And we're not gonna have anything DLF.
I know. We'll have to watch Cobes instead.
I know. I was thinking of Colbs or Cyrax. Or Lives Life, add in another
Wasn't
person.
there a rumor that Cyrax had passed?
I think he's still around.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna figure this out, everybody. But thank you so much, everybody on the panel. Maybe you'll wrap this up, Booty Bitch. What do you got for me? What do you got to say?
I'm just happy. The world's happy. We're all happy that DLF is just not I can't speak for anyone. I'm just happy that we're going to get a little bit of a break from him and his energy. And as cool beans as you are, Monty, I feel like I can sleep better knowing he's just not hitting you up constantly over and over. You know what I mean? Like he's just, I'm glad there's a bit more distance now between him and you, even though, it's all fun and games to laugh about it. But, I'm glad he is where he is for now because he's in a safer place and not, I don't know. But anyway, I'm rambling tonight. So thank you for having me on the panel. And
You're welcome. Anytime. Appreciate you, Buddha. Kenny J, anything to add?
No, just I think DLF is where he needs to be right now. I've seen more than the average person, and he's where he needs to be right now, and we'll see what happens. That's
Okay.
it.
For sure. Sam?
Yeah, I agree with the rest of the folks on this panel. He's safe and sound where he is. He's where he needs to be. And I hope if he does write you letters, I hope they're of quality, like Chris Chan quality.
Well, he does have my P.O. box, is what I'm going to say. So we shall see what happens with him. Other than that, thank you everybody for joining me. And like I said, I will keep everybody updated on the ongoing Dragon Lord Frodo situation as it evolves and changes. I guess I'm out, and have a good night or good morning wherever you are in the world. Take care. Be safe. Bye bye. See ya.
bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good night.
Miss you already.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.